Hi and welcome. My name is Kelly and this is Tuesday, August 1st, so happy August. It's been a couple of weeks, I think, since my last Floss Tube video, and I haven't done a whole lot of stitching. I mean, I have been stitching, but pretty much only worked on 2 projects. And but I've been enjoying what I've been doing. And I've been doing a couple of other things that I'll show you at the end. The first thing that I was working on towards the end of July was my Dragons of Sumatra project. And I'm getting it out of my bag, but this is like a furniture cover zip bag. And I think that this is going to travel with me to Florida, so this bag will be perfect to put in my carry-on. And I am really happy with how this is coming out. I'm enjoying it. The floss is still a little persnickety, but if you can see, the colors are looking really good. And I've done most of page 1 as far as borders go, and I'm just starting to move into the dragon sections. And for anyone who doesn't know what Dragons of Sumatra looks like, I do have a picture here. It's a copy of my chart because I'm taking working copies with me. And every now and then I like to refer to the finished picture. So I'm just starting this section here. So I'm going to move into these dragons. And then I'll be on to another page. I have decided to not only not do it as a monochromatic all red design, but add in this variegated green. I've also decided to add some beads. So I was doing some experimenting. I have these 11-0, let me see, these are, another bag. These are 11-0. They're precosa, preciosa. Kind of sound like Hermione Granger when I say that. Preciosa gold number 11s. And I believe I got these at Fire Mountain Gems, but that's what they look like. Now I thought they were a little bit big, so I did place an order from Fusion Beads for another size 15 gold bead that I haven't gotten yet. So I may alternate smaller gold beads down inside some of these other pieces. But the other thing I'm doing is inside these green border motifs, I'm putting red beads, which are, I have them honest. These are number 11 opaque ruby red, and it came in a hank, which just means it was, all the beads were strung on strings and put together in a hank, kind of like a skein of yarn. There's hanks of beads. So those are also number 11s, but I mean, the exterior size difference, I think, is notable, because the gold beads being number 11s and those red beads being number 11s, there's a fairly good difference in the outside. I think it's the inside hole, though, that we're talking about when we say number 11s. And then on the red border elements, let me see if I can point to where it is. It's right there. I'm using a green bead, and that green bead is a Toho silver lined peridot number 11, and that's what those look like. And I also have some these number 11s. They look like number 11s. These are roquels, which means that I think they're like hex cut, and they're just black. And I haven't used any of them yet, but I'm taking them just in case I see an opportunity to add a little black. So I'm having fun playing with this design. It's a very nice pattern chart. It's working up really fast for me, but I think it's because I'm enjoying it so much. I really like the color that this 18 count white Ada came out for me, and I'm liking the way the colors I chose are working on the fabric. So I don't see myself getting tired of this very quickly. So hopefully I get some good progress on that. Putting it back in the bag. And I'm just using DMC floss. The green is also just a variegated DMC. And the other project that I've worked on these last 2 weeks was His Name is Jesus, that I purchased as a free download from Joyful Expressions. And I have to thank Joyful Expressions. They mentioned me in their latest newsletter because I'm being fairly faith-based, and I really appreciate that, so thank you. That was kind of exciting. But this is what mine is looking like right now. I'm kind of stitching this kind of slow, and I think this is on a 28 count. Oh my goodness. Yeah, 28 count. I don't know. It's an even weave. I can never remember. It's not a Lugana. But so I'm just working my way through it. You've seen the variegated floss. The His Name is Jesus is done. And I've done the I Am. And I've done some more blues with the Lord of Lords and Elohim. And I've started in a purple that matches in my variegated. This will be King of Kings. And I'm really enjoying that. And I'll tell you the colors that I'm using. The fabric is kind of an off-white and ivory color. But this is the variegated that I started with. It's a DMC variegated floss, and it's 4212. And it's got blues. Let me see, I have a strand of it here. It has blues and reds and purples. And I don't know if you can see it that well. Let's see if I can pull it up where you can see some of the purple. And the purple's here in the blue. And then there's the red. And the colors that I've picked to go with this are 498, which I haven't put into this project yet. And the purple I'm going with is 3685. And that's what that looks like. I haven't put that on a bobbin yet. But I'm really enjoying this also. I'm just not stitching really fast right now. Although I am doing both of these projects in hand. And I have said before, I really love stitching in hand. It's so freeing, and you're not restricted by frames. I mean, sometimes the project might be a little too big and it gets a little unwieldy, but for the most part, it's a very enjoyable experience. And so those are my two projects that I've worked on, and I think both of these are going to go to Florida with me at the end of the month to be worked on more. Unless I burn out on them a little bit, but I have a lot of other projects I can take. Yep. So anyway, that was, I'm having fun just doing these two projects as far as my cross stitch goes. Other things I've done this month is I've worked on my Wizard of Oz photo album a little bit. And for this, it's a pre-made album that Heartfelt Creations has on there for sale on their site. And that's the front cover, and then the spine and the back, which I think most of you have probably seen. And then I did the red page layout, take my notes off it. And this is a waterfall photo, like album thing, that'll hold quite a few photos, and it's magnetized. And then there's just the belly band and a red shoe as a stopper, and then you see the witch's shoes. And the next layout that I'm working on is the Rainbow Goes ROYGBIV, Roy G. Biv. My next page spread I said was going to be orange, and this is how my balloon die cut. Let's see if I can back it up a little so you can see it. See me peeking down here? That's how this die cut worked. And what I did was I actually used some black cardstock and made an extra page in my album. As you can see, it's glued in over here. And this is actually an envelope area that will hold mats and photos. So, and that's the wizard's hot air balloon and how he got to the Emerald City. And then I have another piece of orange cardstock cut out that will go on the facing page, I think. But I also have some of my memorabilia from this year, and it was for the Cambridge Hot Air Balloon Festival. And that's a picture out of the local paper. And then there's these words that say the Balloon Festival starts today. And what I'm thinking about doing is laminating this with that orange cardstock and creating a clip that will clip into those pages. So that'll be fun. I'm having a good time with this too, but I'm not crafting fast. It's taking me quite a while. I thought you might like to see, Heartfelt Creations has a lot of die sets, and I buy a lot of Heartfelt Creations die sets. So one of their die sets is Pampered Pooch, and it had this little dog stamp. So I've colored it with gray and black Copic markers because I think it looks like Toto. So there's my little Toto. And another set had a bicycle, and it had a basket on the front with some flowers. So what I did was I cut the basket and the flowers off the front, and I took the basket and glued it behind the seat. Because when Ms. Gulch came and said, "I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too," she took Toto and put Toto in a basket and was riding away. And so I thought that those would be cute ephemera on the page. And I'm not sure which page I'm going to put that on. The bicycle and stuff was kind of pre-Emerald City, so it may go on my orange page with the balloon, because it was the tornado in Kansas is how Dorothy got to the Emerald City, and the balloon is how the wizard got to the Emerald City. So they kind of go together as being pre-Emerald City. Let's see. Another thing that I've done is I've signed up for a mini journal on Junk Journal Junkies, and it's for a mini blue jeans mini, and it's only going to be like 6x4, so it's very mini, and it calls for a blue jean cover. And I have these old blue jean shorts that don't fit me anymore. I wish they did because I love them, but I'm going to cut these shorts up to make the cover for my mini journal, and that's due September 17th for a swap. So that's going to be fun. And I've pulled out some papers and stuff because I'm going to color up paper and cut paper and glue paper and make a mess. And every now and then you got to make a mess. So, and I guess that that's about all I've been up to. Mowed grass, pulled weeds, Got some tomatoes and some cucumbers out of our garden, so that was good. It is warm and sunny here again. Has been for the last 3 days or so. It's supposed to be hot today. So I'm just planning on enjoying my day, taking it easy, maybe work on my journal, my cross stitching, run the vacuum because you know that's always fun, and just relax. So I hope that you get the opportunity to relax and enjoy every minute. So from my house to yours, God bless and happy stitching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.